further ado, subscribe. Welcome to Segatalks, everybody. Oh, Jesus. I better fix that up there. There we go. Yeah, just give me a quick sec, guys. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Way better now. Okay. Ciao, Xing. Welcome. Dirthbane, welcome. Callie. Always telling me how late as usual. Always, Kelly. Always. Abba Zabba, good to see you. Joey with the numbers, as always, as well. Things are looking up so far. Things are looking up. I just don't want to start saying anything else. Otherwise, I'm just going to otherwise it may probably change. And Richard Wright, welcome. Yeah, so I'm doing Segatalks tonight, but I'll do the show. I'm gonna still do my show as always, but I think after I'm done my show, I think I'm gonna be going off to bed because I got an eye doctor's appointment tomorrow, and as well, I just been tired all fucking day. Yesterday I was Twitch streaming. And I didn't go to bed until 3 o'clock in the morning, like literally. And then I was like up, and then as always, I was up again 6 or 7 o'clock the next morning. Still wishing I did slept. I did have like a small afternoon nap, but that wasn't really enough. I still kind of felt like I should have got a little more extra sleep that night before, so. Did you see the Alolan Executor in Pokemon Go? No. God, I hope no one's causing a fire right now. I've been hearing nothing for like the last few minutes just before starting the show. I've been hearing nothing but the smoke alarms going off. Not in my apartment, but from the room above me. Makes me wonder, you think you guys won't think it for like a second my neighbor is just trying to like cause a fire? The last time that happened was when I finally started live streaming me playing AM2R from sometime last year, I think it was. Oh geez, I hope he's not. That would suck. And right now, trust me, guys, it actually smells bad right now. If you guys don't know, well, you can't really see it because Pikachu's big freaking head. You guys see it, right? There has to be a vent right over my freaking table. There's a vent right over my table, and you know what? And right now I'm smelling something awful coming out of that vent right now. Like, I'm serious. Ugh, it smells bad. But yeah, like I said, just the neighbor above from me was like causing the smoke alarms to be going off. She turned them off now, though. Got rid of the fire, I hope. Ugh. That all aside, though, finally now, thankfully, it's finally June, guys. So, I guess before I invite number one Tommy fan in here, I'm going to quickly start an announcement. I see you there in the chat, number one Tommy fan, and I'm just going to be a quick minute, then I'll send you the link on Facebook, buddy. But for the summer of June, and I guess we could say for the whole summer as well, though, guys, I'm planning to go host a Summer of RPGs event on my Twitch channel. And I just started it not too long ago. I finally am going to talk to my buddy Drew about making me a pretty cool banner. Not like this thing, not like this ridiculous Pokemon banner I just made myself. Plus, I gotta be honest with you guys. It's just a bunch of little pieces of that I just printed off the internet, and then I just taped them up here. So there's the secret for you guys. They're just little pieces of paper that I printed off the internet with the letter, and then finally just printed it out, and then finally stuck it right to the ceiling or this area. And like I said, originally back when I did the Pokemon medley, it was just called Sega is so dope. But then I dropped the so, and then I just changed up the text a bit so it said Segacamp is dope. And that's how it is now. But yeah, getting back though, I do have like a pretty cool banner for when you see me live stream on Twitch, guys. There's a pretty cool banner for that, and of course, I'm looking forward to playing them a bunch of I'm doing some SNES RPGs for this summer though. But I promise though, I was actually thinking though I may do it again next year, and by next year, guys, I promise I'll even add in some Fire Emblem and Golden Sun. So it's gonna be I see this thing becoming like an ongoing event for like next year as well, guys. There's no way you guys are just gonna be able to stop it. I just don't want somebody going on change.org petitioning me to like cancel this thing that I'm doing, because I'm excited. I never played RPGs before. Outside of Pokemon, guys, I never really did play RPGs. And Although I kind of got into it, though, once I got the PS3. I'll tell you guys. Thanks to one of my very good friends, I was able to get into the Tales of games, which is a bunch of JRPGs that Namco Bandai has made, and so far I have one right here. This one I actually saw from a friend, and then I decided, maybe I'll get it and try it out. Maybe I may actually find some enjoyment out of it. And this game was actually made for the original Japanese Wii. So if you're in Japan and you own a Wii, good for you. You can play this game. Why didn't they get an international release outside of Japan? Nintendo. We need an explanation. But yeah, this is some of the JRPGs I still happen to have. I have a few more. They're bundled over on my big shelf right behind me. But for the time being, though, guys, I also have Tales of Exillia 1 and 2. But I can tell you that. I think I have another Tales game. Yeah, I actually so happen to have a Tales of Symphonia game, and I never got the chance to play it. I've been kind of busy with other stuff. Oh well. And I do have Ni no Kuni: Wrath of the White Witch. When that game came out, the year that game came out the start of a year ago. Everybody I knew on my PS3 was playing that game, like non-stop, just fun and new stuff to do. So that was a big demanding game when that game was released as well. Be right back. why am I doing them old ones on the Super Nintendo? Why not just the Tales of games, right? Well, if I knew how to stream current gen, guys, I would do it for you guys. I'm only doing this though for like old consoles and old games and consoles emulators, you know, stuff of the past, stuff like about what, giving you guys a glimpse of what we used to play back when we were kids, or extremely old farts like me. I'll be 30 at the end of the year, guys. I'm not an extremely old fart. No, you want an old fart? Just look at my dad. Okay, All right, I'm done talking now. I'll go get my buddy Number1TommyFan in here, and we'll continue this reverse interview. But anyway, though, just I hope if you guys, I am coming back to making new acapellas for this YouTube channel. But while I'm busy doing that, though, guys, I hope you guys, if you guys are interested in watching me playing like RPGs, I hope you can come to the Twitch channel. After all, the offline image now, the offline image on my a new offline picture now that actually has a schedule of when I do go live. Anyway. Sega, any chance you could have the Boston Boys on the show in the near future? It would be cool. Sega, have you ever heard of Chrono Trigger? Chow? I'm actually playing Chrono Trigger. That's the first RPG, guys. Very quickly, though, I am playing 3, though, for the summer of RPGs. Chrono Trigger is the first one. Then I'm going to do some Final Fantasy 3 and Earthbound.
Hey, Sega.
Hello, Number1TommyFan. I think after the show, you're going to have to change that picture to the #1 Segacamp fan.
It's a possibility, but I, like last time, have some more questions for you.
Oh.
You still up for it?
Yes.
All right, then. Let's jump right into it, then. So someone in your chat asked you if you're going to the doctor because you have a glass eye. What's up with that? Is one of your eyes made of glass?
Does one of my 2 eyes look like they're made of glass?
Your camera isn't high res enough.
Okay, to be fair, I don't have a glass eye.
Okay.
I used to have really bad vision back when I was a kid, and then by the time I was in high school, I had to end up wearing reading glasses, but no glass eye.
Okay, sadly, no glass eye, right?
Yes.
Here's a question. What is that painting behind you over your shoulder? Can you blue box yourself and then grab? Yeah, that one. Can you blue box yourself and then bring it up to the camera so you can all see?
This one, right?
Yeah.
This is a character drawing. You've seen it in the Segatalks intro, right? You know how in the Segatalks intro you see me holding this thing up for like a few seconds and then it goes to like another clip or something?
Oh, you look a little devious. Like you're up to no good.
No, I wasn't. I was just at Canada's Wonderland of summertime of 1 year, and then right afterwards, I just asked somebody, "Hey, could you make a character drawing?" And then afterwards, and little did I realize afterwards, I kept going back again and again and again. That was like my whole summer. We're going back to the year when I just moved out.
Oh, I see.
But yes, this is a character drawing, and when I came back, I decided, oh, maybe I'll make a video, show this off to fans, maybe have it in the background of my old room before I left.
Hey, here's a question. What do you think of the increase in violent attacks in North America? And do you think that it's related to violent video games?
Uh, I've always find that kind of silly though when they always start bringing that stuff up, like about violent video games are gonna make people violent. You know what though? I haven't had that problem happen yet. And you know what? I'm playing games like Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, and you know what? I haven't gone into being a vicious suicide killer yet. And what the is that noise in the background?
That's my bird.
Chirping away like crazy, I say.
Yeah, he's running wild. He's a wild man.
Going back to this question though, I just am you know what though, but I do see gamers as well though, just like trying to like just trying to go trying to like argue that that violent video games is not the case for these attacks to be happening. And I can kind of agree with them as well. Like, do you see me with a pistol in my apartment anywhere? I don't have a firearm. Number one.
Okay, fair enough. So, so you can, what's the word I'm looking for? You can confirm that killing prostitutes in Grand Theft Auto doesn't make you want to kill prostitutes in real life, right?
No, of course not.
Right, and getting
not
into
that
a
kind
tank.
of person.
Yeah, but what if you were a different kind of person? Maybe it would.
I don't think so.
No.
I seen a list of people who actually got arrested for mass shootings, and you know what it wasn't and you know what, they didn't play video games a day in their life, so there's no way that could happen.
Well, you know what?
Trust me though, there really seems to be a border between violent video games and violent people doing massive shootings. There seems to be a border right between the two.
Okay, well, Joey brings up something interesting. What about Blast Corps, the N64 game? You've been playing it like crazy. Do you think that maybe you'll like learn from it in some way?
I only played that game because I had a friend who played it back when the N64 was a new console. I never owned Blast Corps a day in my life.
So you don't think that you could pilot a mech and like destroy a bunch of buildings?
Although it is kind of silly to believe, though. Yeah, there's like a big atomic truck that's like driving through the place, and you're supposed to like clear out a path before the truck to reach the safe zone.
Right. So do you think that you would get enjoyment out of that, like blowing up a building with a big robot?
It does seem fun, but I'm just gonna go say though it's just a video. I'm just gonna go finally come out though and be like this, so guys, it is just a game.
Okay, so speaking of the friend that had the game, was he from what part of the world was he from? Did he wear a turban, and was he from Afghanistan?
No, he wasn't.
No? Okay.
And it was a she.
Oh. Did she have a burqa?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, just curious, because that game's really popular in that part of the world. It's like a pastime over there. Here's a question. So you were talking about Summer of RPGs earlier in the stream, and I was watching yesterday, and I saw you playing Chrono Trigger, and then I left, and I came back, and you weren't playing it anymore. So I was really surprised, because I thought Summer of RPGs was going to be RPGs all the time.
Okay, well, yes, Summer of RPGs is like the main thing though. But I did say though that I do have like the beginning and ending planned for like stuff just to fill in the gap though. But the main course is mostly the RPG.
I don't know. You were playing that driving game for a long time.
What?
You were playing that car game. What's it called? Rush. You were playing that for a long time.
I I was finishing up the circuit and I got pissed off about after the second last race, and then I just erased the circuit, and I just finally just came out saying I don't want to play that ever again.
Okay. So why did you stop?
It played terrible. It played terrible on my N64 emulator, and it just chugged.
Right.
Like you could see the frame rate was like slowing down. The music, about the music was running less faster than it should. Yeah, the game was not up to performance like my laptop was.
Right. Well, I've seen people in the Segacamp forums, and they were talking about maybe issuing a boycott if you didn't play any RPGs, or rather, if you played anything but an RPG, because it is the summer of RPGs. So you don't want to boycott, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. I'll check out the forums later and see what people are saying. But the forums. Speaking of the forums,
what's this for? Wait, a forums.
Yeah, the Segacamp forums. It's pretty exclusive. It's invite only. But yeah, they were really exploding over there about the start of the summer of RPGs. And then when they saw that you were that you weren't playing Chrono Trigger anymore, they started talking about a boycott.
Just go back over there and tell them, though, that yes, it's most of the main course, but I do plan to have something for the start of the stream and something to end out the stream with, though. Like I'm going to start the stream with something before I go into the RPG. The RPG will take up most of the airtime, and then I'm going to just, and then just when I think I'm ready to finally, I'm going to go off to end the stream. I'm just going to go play one more game and then call it a night.
Right. Okay. Well, speaking of the main course, so to speak, yesterday the viewers got to see you dine on something other than your normal meal of quiche. You were eating something from the PC Blue Buffalo menu, I think?
It was PC Blue menu.
Blue, what's the difference? Oh, you just keep it in the garbage, or?
It's cardboard.
Oh. So that's the Blue Buffalo menu?
What does it say right there?
It's too low res. I can't read it. You have to read it for me.
It's PC's Blue menu. 50% less fat than PC meat lasagna, and that's actually it.
Okay, cool. I was just curious because in the forums they were.
In the back though, PC Blue menu. Healthier eating never tasted so good. Sorry for cutting you off. By the way.
No, it's okay. In the forums there was some confusion because some of the guys there were talking about how you were eating from the Blue Buffalo menu, and I didn't know what Blue Buffalo is. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's supposed to be dog food.
Oh, it's dog food. Well, why would you eat that?
I don't know where they're getting that idea from. It's just ridiculous.
Right. You're not a dog, though. You're a human.
That is true.
Maybe they might branch out into a human selection of food under the Blue Buffalo brand, and you would eat that, right?
Oh, jeez, I hope not. But who knows?
But it would be for humans at that point, so it would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would eat it. Okay. Okay, next question. So last week you had, what was his name? Ragged on your Segatalks?
Ragged program? Yep.
Yeah. And I think I saw some people in the chat for the... Oh, my bird will not shut up. I saw some people in the chat talking about how someone was... In the chat for yesterday's stream. They were talking about how someone was making fun of you, but I didn't know who it was. Was it Ragged?
I can't. Well, I want to be saying that they were. I want to say that this was trollery, but yeah, they were saying that Reagan was like talking some mean things about me, and I'm like, I just had him on my show last week. Why is he talking so? Why is he saying some really weird stuff about me?
Oh, so you don't know what he said?
He was in the middle of live streaming, and I just decided to like drop in and rewind back a few minutes, and I haven't really seen him say anything too insulting about me.
Oh, so you've seen him say some things then.
But not insulting.
Right. I saw that he was trying to get an invite to the Segacamp forums, and a few people told him, including myself, that he was, we'll have to wait a little longer because he hasn't known you for long enough to get an invite to the forums.
Okay.
Oh, Darth Bane says that Ragged said that he would knock you out. What's that about?
I have no idea.
Do you think he could? He seems pretty young. I think you could take him.
I'll be 30 at the end of the year. Maybe I could. I might just about take him out.
Yeah, you should tell that to him. You should say, Ragged, we'll be friends, but if you ever say anything mean, I'll take you out.
Someone in the chat is saying, though, let your mom take the birds.
I don't live with my mom. So I'd have to, like... Sorry?
Girlfriend?
No, I'm all alone here. Just me and the bird. I could put him in my bedroom. That might quiet him down. Want me to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, just give me about a minute.
Fair enough. I'll keep the chat entertained. Well, guys, I promise I'll try my best to get more quick vlogs out, more streams, and more reviews and trailer reactions and other stuff to the channel and main channel. Haven't you already been doing that already for a while, Fears? I'm kidding, Fears. I'm just, don't think of this as, like, me trying to, like, put you underneath the bus or something. What enforced it is true. Sega is afraid of birds. I don't have a fear for birds. Not at all. I kind of have a fear for bees back when I was little because I got stung by one pretty badly in my finger, and man, it was really painful.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
So what were you talking about while I was gone?
Someone was saying I have a fear for birds, and that's not true, guys. I used to have a fear of bees when I was a little kid. I probably don't really have it anymore because I remember one time going on a camp trip and I got stung pretty badly in the finger, and my God, it hurt for hours. Oh God.
Oh, that reminds me of this next question that I'm going to ask you. When are you going to do an interview with Rasher?
Rasher 24?
Yeah,
Rasher is a Twitch streamer. So I don't know if Rasher has a YouTube channel.
Well,
God damn it. They finally got rid of the thing now where you can export your highlights to YouTube. I was telling this to everybody yesterday now. They got rid of the export button now for when you post highlights from Twitch to YouTube. That was one of the reasons I liked to join in Twitch back then, because then I could like post them directly to YouTube, and I thought that was awesome. And then they just say like, "Oh nope, we're just gonna scrap that now and make it be where you can post up on Facebook, Twitter, and all these other sites, but not YouTube."
but sadly not YouTube. Right, so even though Rasher doesn't have a YouTube channel,
face.
yeah, you can still do an interview.
I need the emoji face with the crying face, with the cry and the water coming out. Just,
Right. Yeah, so you can still do an interview with Rasher.
I could still do an interview with Rasher, but only if she wants to.
I figured that you knew her since you're always hosting her. You don't actually know her?
I don't actually. My Twitch channel is not set to auto-host emoji live streams. I have a lot of people. I do have a lot of people that I auto-host when I'm not streaming. My cousin is right up there at the top of that list. And then I used to have my buddy Macho, who doesn't really live stream much anyway to begin with, which is kind of sad. Macho, please return. And then I do have my good buddy Miyabi142. I think I can't actually remember. I have to look at the list right now.
Hey Sega, someone in the chat is saying that they missed the sound of my bird chirping. Should I go get him? The bird's name is Skittles.
Skittles already?
Should I go get him and put him on my shoulder, or?
Sure.
No, that's okay. This is our interview. You're not interviewing Skittles, right? Because Skittles doesn't have a YouTube channel, so it wouldn't make sense to interview him.
I'm just quickly trying to find my list of auto hosts. Okay. Well, actually, you know what, though? I do have my channel is set for 6 people, but if it makes you feel better, I just realized, though, Asher's right there at the very bottom. Then I have a good buddy Miyabi142, another person who goes by the name of 104 or something like that. Then my buddy Macho. Then I have Big Richie 2004, and then my cousin Jonathan is always there at the top.
So this Miyabi guy, he's your buddy? You know him in real life?
I wish, but he actually does have but he plays his games authentically, much more better than me. He actually has the console. Oh. I seen him play some Japanese Famicom games, and he actually used to have a camera set up where he's showing the actual console right there. Oh, today he only has a small face cam in the corner, and then there's and then the whole layout is and then most of the layout is set for just where we see the game.
So don't you think it's a bit misleading to call him your good buddy if you don't actually know him?
He's a good friend, though. I do like his stuff.
Have you talked to him?
I always call everybody I meet, I always call them a friend for some odd reason or another. I know I should not be doing that, guys. I should be learning my lesson. I don't know them. I should just call them a friend of interest, I guess.
Right. I've never heard that term before. You're just coining terms left and right. Anyway, next question. When are you going to interview Ethereal 101? Or Ethereal, I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Yeah.
Someday, maybe if she ever does accept the friend request on Facebook. I found her name on. I was lucky enough to find her name on Facebook, and then I just only sent her a friend request. I'm just waiting for that faithful day for her to add me back.
Nice. What's her real name?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, the forum.
I at least keep that stuff confidential, guys.
Okay. Well, the forums are really exploding over her because some people are saying that she's done modeling when she was younger, and there's some nudes of her, and there's some people saying that they have it. They have the nudes.
Ooh.
Have you seen them?
No, I haven't.
Oh, darn. I heard they're pretty hot. Here's a question from Joey. He says, when are you going to unban all the true fans?
Well, I did him. So far, I do have the true fans still unbanned, but I think the main explanation is why he's saying that is just because after a live stream I did Saturday, me and Fears were busy trying to do a drawing stream with Timmy MC, and then Joey, Vinyl Joe, and Di Quinton, they all showed up and just decided it was fun just to go sabotage the whole stream. They ended up showing up. They ended up showing nudes in the video, and in the end, we had to end up taking the whole live stream down after that was over. And I finally just came out and confessed it to Di Quinton, though, that he was banned. Only Di Quinton, though, for the time being, but I eventually did. But once I did my stream yesterday, I finally came out confessing that Vinyl Joe and Joey with the numbers was also banned as well.
Well, how did they get into the hangout?
All they did on that, like I said, all three of those guys on my live stream, they caused me a lot of trouble and a lot of grief after that stream. So I just couldn't take it anymore with those three, and I decided I'm just gonna have to just quiet them out right now. Tell them to leave me alone. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to have any connection with them anymore.
Well, hold on, Sega. What kind of nudes were they showing in the hangout? Was it
glad though, Joey, that you guys just be glad I did not almost drop a ban hammer here on YouTube, guys. Unless of course you guys want, if it keeps them coming down where you guys start joining my hangouts next, maybe I will.
Well, Sega, what kind of nudes were they showing in the hangout? Was it Ethereal 101's nudes or?
No, it was naked guys.
Oh, naked guys. Well,
yeah, that's nasty.
Maybe Fears likes that stuff. I don't know.
No.
No?
Fears does not like that kind of stuff.
He told you?
E3O's here in the chat. I am picky with real friend requests on my personal FB. Please don't take offense. I just don't know you outside the internet. E3O, just before we go on though, E3O, just be well aware though. I will at least keep your name confidential. Okay, your real life name, I'm aware, will always be secret safe with me. I'm a really good person, E3O. Just trust me on that. I'm a really good person. You're safe with me, E3O. I'm not a really bad person online who will just once you finally friend request me, I just start spreading out this stuff to everybody. I'm not that kind of person.
Okay, so getting back to Fears, did he personally tell you that he's not interested in naked men?
I figured.
You figured. So he didn't actually tell you, so maybe he was enjoying those nudes.
Well, I sure as hell didn't enjoy them either.
Okay.
I'm trying to back up, Fears. Don't take this the wrong way.
Well, how did they get into the hangout?
They have some sort of ingenious way to get the link. You seen it the last time we did this interview the first time. They must somehow got the link, and they just finally decided they'll just come in that way. They're clever. There's some sort of way they know how to find out where the hangout link is and just join that way.
Oh, well, they said that Dragon gave it to them.
Yeah, they always like to say that as an excuse as well, when Dragon was not even here.
Huh. Okay. That's weird. Maybe they're hackers and they're... No, actually, when I spoke to them last time, they seemed like good guys, so I don't think that they're hackers. But, yeah, that's weird. Let's see. Have you and Goofy set a date for your wedding yet?
Sadly, no. But I do hope that we're still in a relationship, Goofy. If you're here in the chat, or Electric Evie. That's her other name as well.
Right, yeah, I think she's got like 4 other names. How come one of her names on Twitch is Andy Retro? Andy is a man's name.
Actually, yeah, it was Andy Retro at first, but she did change it. But now it's finally Electric Evie as well now.
Right, but Andy's a
Because
man's name.
even originally my Twitch channel was called Segacamp 22. I just had the word Segacamp and added the 22 because I was 22 years old when I joined.
Yeah,
Eventually, though, I decided, though, maybe I'll just change it to the Segacamp Gamer 22, which would be very similar to my YouTube channel, but not too similar that they both connect. Well, still, though, there's like some sort of resemblance, though.
right, but you see the difference here is that
just
she
sort
went.
of have them connect, but not at all.
Yeah, I get it. So the difference is that she went from a man's name to not a man's name.
I don't care though. I think even if she did stuck with the name like Andy, I would have just took it like a unisex kind of name. Like even Sandy is like a unisex kind of name. Sandy Bigelow Patterson, Identity Thief. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah, I have. It's on my
Jason
top.
Bateman was Sandy Bigelow Patterson, but then there's a moment there where Melissa McCarthy, she changes, she ends up taking his identity and ends up doing all this terrible stuff with his name. And then right afterwards, it ends up in the end though, he ends up taking a long trip down to Florida to get her.
Right.
And basically though, they're just treating Jason Bateman like he is the bad person, and I'm like thinking to myself, guys, you're looking at the wrong person the whole time.
Yeah, right. They're supposed to be looking at the other one. That's a great movie. It's one of my faves.
It's a good movie. I think I have the movie with me when I moved out. I would not really watch it again, but maybe if I'm in a upsetting kind of state and I just feel like just like pointing out and just saying something rude, maybe, I don't know.
Right. So speaking of fears, we were speaking of them a little while ago. I was watching your Twitch chat. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe 3. I don't remember. It was on Sunday. And you were playing... I remember what game you were playing. You were playing... I think it's called Legendary Axe.
Uh-huh.
You were playing that. And Fierce showed up. And he started spamming the chat with nonsense, like made-up words. And everyone told him to stop, but he just kept doing it. And he said, "Don't worry, it's just a game." And everyone was trying to tell him that it's not just a game, because we're all fans of you, and we wanted to talk about you, and we wanted to talk to you. And Fears was just spamming the chat.
I can't remember that. Was this like the end of a stream where I was playing the game and just wrapping up for the night?
Yeah, you weren't reading the chat. You were focusing pretty hard on that boss that is those, like, flying eyeballs.
In the last midweek stream, I wrapped out playing some Alien Crush, and I was doing so good on that. But I was trying to wrap up the stream, and in the end, and you want to know something that's funny? I end up there's this last chance thing where after the ball drops, where you have like this last chance thing, and if you can, there'll be like this roulette number that just spins very fast, and if you press the button, it'll show a number, and if it matches with the 100 digit in your score, you get to have another ball. And you know what? I was not even trying, guys. I just tapped the button, and then I get 100, and it matches my score. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play again.
Okay, so getting back to what I was talking about, Fears was spamming in the chat, and he just kept saying, "It's okay, it's just a game." Like basically he was disrespecting the stream, and he was disrespecting you. So I was wondering if you could tell Fears to, when he comes to your stream, to not spam the chat with random nonsense, because that's not what the stream is about.
I remember
and also ask him
there
to
was like
apologize.
I remember another week where I was playing Mario 3, and then him and Final Joe were just going at each other in the chat, and I should have just said something. I didn't notice it, but I did not really bother doing anything.
Right. Well, the reason why they were...
in the end of that stream, I finally said to Fears, "Sorry, Fears, just a 1-day ban," and that was it.
Yeah, well, I was there, actually, and the reason why they were arguing is because Fears just doesn't respect the stream. It's about you playing video games, and he just shows up spouting nonsense.
I'm well aware, Darth, and I am Will Weird Durst, but I can't really watch it right now because I'm busy doing the show with Number1TommyFan.
So yeah, I think it would be good if you tell Fears to apologize and also to not spam the chat with random nonsense.
I don't know what he was really in my post. I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch my stream. Was it like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Well, when you were playing Legendary Axe, that was 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I was there yesterday, and he was also doing
damn
those.
it! That sucks. You know what? You know what though? I can't really save the broadcast anymore. There used to be a time though where I used to save my old broadcast in the past, but then since then, Twitch decided to update the site, and now it's like now I can't save my broadcast anymore, and so all my old broadcasts that I had like back from like a long time ago were just gone, and now it's like and then it's like every 2 weeks. So finally, it'll be up there for 2 weeks, and then they'll get taken down unless you just want to delete it beforehand.
I see. So you're saying that you want concrete evidence, like my testimony is not enough evidence?
I'm not saying that, but
you just wanted to see it.
I was not offending you, Sega. I was not spamming. I was just joking around.
No, he was spamming. He was spamming the chat for sure, and everyone was telling him not to. He was just spamming made-up words, and when people told him not to, he just said, "Hey, it's just a game." But that's really disrespectful to you, Sega.
Kinda.
He forced your hand here, Sega. You have to ask him to apologize.
You forced my hand, Fears. You forced it.
Ask him to apologize and to promise never to spam the chat with random nonsense.
Well, let's just see what he says then. I was not spamming, LOL. Just say you're sorry, Fears, and then we can move on. That's all I ask for. I don't see him saying anything just yet.
Well, give him a second, and if he doesn't apologize...
Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay, Sega, I am sorry. I was not trying to offend you. Is it weird that I'm looking this way when I should be looking this way? Because then it looks like I'm looking at the chat right over off screen.
No, that's fine. So... when you show up in Fears' streams, you don't, like, go into the chat and start spamming, so I don't see why he would. It's really
I don't know. It's just chaotic, we could say.
Well, usually your stream chat's pretty civil. And then Fears shows up and starts spamming.
And by the way, guys, there's one thing, though, that makes me different from Fears. Fears doesn't have the chat open right off the bat when he starts live streaming. You see it, guys. I'm gonna go finally open the chat now. And you know what, guys? I already have that open to begin with.
Right. Okay. I'm not sure that is relevant.
Sorry, Fears. Not trying to put you underneath the bus again. Just letting you know.
Yeah, Sega, asking Fears to apologize for this is basically just treating him like any other potential fan, because if you give him special privileges, then that's not a good message to send to the rest of your fans.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so it's good to always keep people held accountable for their actions. And in Fears' case, his actions were very disrespectful.
Johnny Two-Tone, that message you sent him actually did show up this time.
So speaking of your fans, I was watching your real fans who don't spam. I was watching the interview we did 2 weeks ago because I wasn't really reading the chat during the interview. Right now I am reading the chat, but last time some people were saying that maybe I was on drugs because I was sniffing. They were saying that I was doing like snorting
Cocaine?
drugs. Yeah, cocaine, the one you snort up your nose. And Sega, if I'm gonna be
That does make me laugh a little bit though, because I'm pretty sure you weren't.
no, I wasn't. You can't even get that. You can't even get that over here because the Mounties will knock on your door and immediately take it. You won't get punished; they'll just take it.
They just take it away. Ah, okay.
Yeah, they'll just take it away. What was I? Lost my train of thought. I just want to explain the hierarchy of having a number one fan. And what that means is I'm all the way at the top. Well, actually, at the top is you,
Right.
and then right under you is your number one fan, or anyone's number one fan. And under the number one fan are all the other fans. And if I end up becoming your number one fan, I won't allow any insubordination from your other fans. So they can't be saying things like that I'm doing drugs, because if the police are watching this, then they might knock on my door and say, "Hey, are you on drugs?" Because one of your fans is accusing me of being on drugs. I can't have that. So I need you to tell all of your fans to promise to never besmirch my good name and insult me or do anything like that.
Wait, what?
You have to tell your fans to not accuse me of doing things that I haven't done. Because I'm the head honcho as the number one fan.
You heard it. You heard it there, guys. He just doesn't want to be. He just doesn't want to be. Smudged with the name.
Right. Well, you got to tell them. You have to say, fans. You have to
Fans?
promise not to do that.
You have to promise not to make fun of my number one fan now.
Okay. So.
Okay, if I make another tea.
Yeah, go for it.
You know what? Just keep the interview going. I can sort of hear you from over here. You can hear me, right? By the way, I think. Main reason is, guys, it's just because.
Sega, I have some important news. One of your fans in the chat is saying that I sound like Elliot Rogers. You have to execute swift order here and tell him to retract that statement.
Chow Xing, I wish you could just retract that message that you just said. What's wrong being compared to Elliot Rogers? I don't know who Elliot Rogers is.
Well, Elliot Rogers, he's an okay chap, but I just don't want to be, I don't want to be, what's the word, associated with him. He's sort of a philosopher of sorts. If Chao Zing, or however that's pronounced, doesn't take that back, you're gonna have to ban him to set a message here.
Chow Xing, though, already, but that was Chow Xing, and Chow Xing is like fighting depression, and I don't want to drop a ban hammer. It's okay if I just time him out if it gets bad.
Okay, but just this once, and also just because he's fighting depression.
It's just because, though, the guy is dealing with depression. I kind of am myself as well, but I'm trying my best to like keep looking on the positive.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. You know what? My bird Skittles has depression, so I think that means that Chow Xing is a bird brain because my bird also has depression.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a bird brain. Right, so I don't even think I should be offended by what he says because his brain is the size of a pea.
Well, I I wouldn't really say that about Chow Xing though, but
Oh no.
okay.
Okay. Well, in the hierarchy, I'm
okay. I did not know Chow Xing. Sorry, I did not know. All right. Are you assuming my gender now, Segacamp? Well, I'm sorry, but I guess I was. I'm sorry.
Right. Well, it's okay because he's a bird brain.
She is a bird brain.
Right. You're right. She is a bird brain. Excuse me. So.
Keep it going. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I can hear you from here. You can at least hear me, right?
No, I can't hear you.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I think you're making this up.
What?
Opposite end of the apartment. Come on.
I can't hear you. Sega, I can't hear you.
Yes, give me a sec. I'm just putting my kettle away. My electric kettle. Just go back there and putting it in the pantry.
Are you talking? Because I can't hear you.
No, I don't.
What was that? Speak up.
What?
Okay, you're back. Now I can hear you. When you walked over to the pantry, I noticed that there's something weird in there. What's that green box?
What green box?
It's on the bottom left.
Bottom left. This thing?
No.
This?
No, not that. One more try. It's got like a white circle in the middle.
A white circle.
Yeah, it's at your... No, not that. Bottom left.
This?
Oh yeah, what is that? Bring it right up to the camera.
It's caramel popcorn.
Oh, shoot. What kind of brand... What brand is it?
To be honest, I don't know. This is something my relatives gave me, and I just haven't had the time to bother eating it.
Okay, well...
I haven't got them a little. I haven't get little bits and bites, and I just don't even feel like eating those.
Right. Well, try some of that popcorn and do a little food review on it.
I don't think it's gonna make its way as a food review because, like I said, I'm just not a big fan of it.
Well, why don't you just try a little bite
I did
right
a
now?
chubby bunny challenge though.
Yeah. Yeah, go back and grab the popcorn and just eat one popcorn.
No. I'm just grabbing the marshmallows I did my chubby bunny challenge with.
Oh, yeah, do a live chubby bunny challenge right now.
I done one of them back a few weeks ago. Why would I want to do one again?
Well, maybe you got better at it.
Oh, trust me, I have not.
Okay.
I wanted to do one though because I remember a friend that I watch. I just watch though. Maybe someday we may be friends, but I'm just gonna say for now that I just watch her channel. I think she sort of used to watch mine as well.
Oh, I see what you're saying. She's your good buddy, quote unquote. You don't actually know her though.
Maybe someday I may have her on the show as an interview, guys. Maybe. But she did a Chubby Bunny challenge on her channel about a few years ago, and that was kind of the reason why I thought about doing one myself. But she didn't have like these kind of marshmallows. She actually had like the smaller ones, like the ones that are like that big, really small.
Right. Well, it's because she's a girl and she has to do things a little bit less skillfully.
I think she got like around like.
I can't hear you.
I think she got around to having like between 30 to like 50 in her mouth before she ended up spitting them all out. And she had like this red lipstick on. For some awkward reason, I was getting turned on to it because when she had every time she put the marshmallows in her mouth, the lipstick started to fade. And by the end of the video, she's like, "Well, there's a good way to get your lipstick off. I mean, for ladies, there's a good way to get your lipstick off. Chubby Bunny challenge."
Right. She's probably used to having a bunch of balls in her mouth anyway. Anyway, next question.
Yeah, like I said, I was actually more turned on with the lipstick fading for some odd reason. Don't ask me why, guys. I have no idea.
Right. So, has the imposter Segacamp and Werecamp Pornhub account finally been dealt with?
Oh, geez, I hope so. Oh
Maybe
man, now I've heard about a Werecamp on a Pornhub, and I'm like thinking, what? Why would they have an account on Werecamp of all things?
Wow, you should do a search of it right now.
Yeah, Werecamp on Pornhub.
Yeah.
And someone sent me a link about that when I was live streaming yesterday. I think I'm pretty sure.
Can we see the browser? Because I might be able to point out like where it is.
Probably not. This is like really cringe-inducing stuff that I can't even share.
It's just Google.
Okay. Embrace yourselves, guys. This is what you're gonna be seeing a lot of ridiculous stuff.
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, I think it's the first one.
I'm not showing that.
It says Werecamp right in the text.
No, it doesn't. Do you see Werecamp anywhere? It would show up right there in bold letters if it did.
Isn't it right there?
Bisexual threesome in the forest online on youporn.com.
Right.
Is the largest anal. Oh God.
What about in the images tab?
I can't.
What about in the images tab? There might be a picture of the account. Well, hold on. Go back and check the images.
Okay, all right. Images don't look that bad. But there's nothing of Werecamp in here at all. Like, nothing.
Oh, no? Did you make that Hello Kitty picture? What the heck?
No, I didn't. What Hello Kitty thing? Oh, that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No?
Nice anti-abortion feminist lady just wants white homeland. You're the racist. Dear Lord! I'm not that kind of person.
What about the videos tab? Maybe there's a video that shows it.
Oh, dear.
Is that it? That first one?
That does not look like me.
No, it's not supposed to be you, Segacamp. It's supposed to be your account. Like someone is making an account with your name.
I'm sorry. I'm not that kind of person. I'm just gonna look this up for myself. Sorry, guys. I'm not gonna play it at all.
Huh.
And no, guys, I'm not gonna play the video. You're not gonna be hearing some awkward noises.
You just want to look it up in the comfort of your own home when you're off the clock. That's understandable.
Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing about Segacamp in there at all. I finally got rid of that. I closed it now. I just have the chat open again.
Okay, well, the search continues. You never know.
This is a family channel. You all need to focus on the important things, like how Sega won't be Chrono Trigger this summer. So true, Darth.
Yeah, there's someone who said that the only thing that you're going to beat this summer is your fucker.
I have no idea what that's about.
Yeah, he said...
Maybe they mean fucker by the game itself.
No, they said... they said that... someone said... Sega, are you going to be able to beat all those RPGs? And then someone else said, the only thing that Sega's going to beat this summer is his fucker.
Then again, though, I remember watching Nostalgia Critic review a video game once. Do you remember the year when the Angry Video Game Nerd and Nostalgia Critic finally met? And then the nerd was supposed to review a really nostalgic movie, and the Nostalgia Critic was supposed to play a really shitty game. And the game that Nostalgia Critic played was Baby's Kids, and then right afterwards, he's like, he was just like, "So let me get this straight. I'm playing a video game based off a movie, based on a stand-up, based on some of these women's annoying kids. Well, if that's not the best idea, I don't know what is. Let's review this fucker." He pulls up the cartridge and says, "Let's review this fucker." And then he like dusts off the Super Nintendo and say, like, "Yeah, as you can tell, it's been a long time since I actually used this thing." Puts it in there, turns it on, plays the game. There are still a few funny moments though here and there where he tries to like take the game out and tries to like bust it, tries to like act like he's gonna bust it, and then he finally goes like puts it back in and goes back to playing it again. It's kind of funny. I think he just reviewed himself playing. I think he just reviewed all the game footage first, and then right afterwards just had the shots afterwards where he was like just trying to like keep it in the system. It was pretty funny though.
Right.
There's even one moment though where he gets ready to shoot it with his gun, and then right afterwards he looks at it, and then he gets the sound like in his face, and like no! Starts shooting up at the air. He's like no!
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
That's one of my favorite parts as well. I didn't like the time limit parts though. Plays somebody like the first time it happens, the timer probably goes to 0, and then after he's like, "A time limit? There's a time limit? I can't eat my way through a wall. First I can beat these assholes, and there's a time limit." Try to keep it down.
Right.
The second time it happens, he has a smile on his face at first. He's just like, actually, I think it was more like something like that. He's just like, "Oh, it's almost red! It's almost red! Oh my god! I knew I can pull it off." Time's up, and then he's like, pulls it out and starts. Finally, he does beat the crap out of it at the end of the review, guys.
Yeah, I remember that part. That was funny. So, Sega, I've asked you a whole bunch of questions, and I know that
I actually found that review much more funnier than the Angry Video Game Nerd reviews, but I still like the Angry Video Game Nerd reviews overall. Yeah, I do too. The nerd reviews from the AVGN will always something I would always go back to rewatching again.
I often find myself...
I liked the Mega Man review, and he ends up going back in time to visit his past self, and shockingly enough, he actually changed the history.
Yep. I often find
when he goes back to reviewing the Nightmare on Elm Street review, he pops in there when he was time traveling, and he's just like, I've been time traveling through AVGN history. What's AVGN? audio video graphic network, a vagina. And then he's just like, and then the future, it's like, and finally, though, right afterwards, he's like, here's how things are going to get worse. Worse from here. This is Mega Man about Legends on PlayStation. He's like, on PlayStation, we're the angry Nintendo nerds. He's like, well, then change the effing name. It's about time. And that's when they come up with a few ridiculous names at first, and then they finally decide to stick with Angry Video Game Nerd. And that's when they were all like, okay. And that was like, and last I checked, when Nightmare on Elm Street came out, though, he was still the Angry Nintendo Nerd, and so was the Power Glove. I think it wasn't until he was finally reviewing the Chronologically Confused about video game, movie, and sequel titles, and that's when he finally decided to stick with the name Angry Video Game Nerd from there on out.
Right. So, getting back to what I was saying.
Sorry. I know, I'm making this interview go off the rails.
That's okay. So I've asked you a whole bunch of questions, and I know that you are interested in me being your #1 fan, but we also have to take into account what your current fans think. So I was wondering if we could get some of your current fans into the Hangout now and ask them what they think.
Some current fans, huh?
Yeah, get the regulars. Get that Bird Brain in here. And I'll ask him why he's...
I don't know about Chow Crossing, I'm afraid. If we were friends on Facebook, I would send him the link. Usually I do this through Facebook, and I'll send it up to Fears and Mattman. Fears, I hope you don't get angry at me.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Fears will apologize live on air for spamming. Well, we'll get a live on air.
Mattman, if you're watching, feel free to go on Facebook. I'll send you the link.
A live on air apology from Fears.
I'm gonna wait for Fears to reply back first if he wants, because I just told him though if he wants to come on, and then right afterwards, and right now he's just sending me a reply message. Hey, Dearth, check your Twitter, man. Keep an eye open on your Twitter. Me and Dearth have been sending like pretty funny GIFs on Twitter.
Oh yeah, show us.
Like, first off, though, I did a video about a few weeks ago where I was like, being just standing on camera, being like, are you copying me, Matt? I mean, are you copying? I mean, am I copying you, Matt, or are you copying me? And then it just says incoming trigger warning. But eventually, though, he did send me some pretty funny gifts. Look at this. Oh, crap. He sent me that one. I remember watching this guy, too, H3 Productions. He's pretty funny, guys. But then I sent out that one, and even look at this one. Triggering intensifies. I thought that was funny. Like, he's really, like, he's just trying to keep his patience, but you know, it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Thanos one. The Thanos snap. You know the Thanos snap, right?
I haven't seen the movie yet.
Never mind then.
So none of your fans have gotten back to you? Maybe you should send out some more invites.
But I still don't want to give it out to Joey or Final Joe or Di Quinton. They have already caused me enough trouble, and guys, you guys said you're being civil. Just don't bother coming in unless I send you guys the hangout.
Well, we do need to take your fans' opinions into account. So if they're the only ones that want to join, then you don't have a choice.
Steven, please tell me you have an account on Facebook. Steven, if you had a Facebook account, I would have an interview with you, dude. Right now, I'm trying to contact Clapper Snapper Master still because I want to have her on my show. Just an internet version of Samus Aran. She's awesome though. Hey, Dirth, I did send you the link on Twitter.
So what did Fears say to you? Does he refuse to do a live on-air apology for spamming?
I think so. Like, he just about finally said I think he said something about trying to apologize in the chat.
Right. Well, if he was a real fan, and I'm not the type of person to accuse people of being a fake fan.
I apologize already in the chat. I think that guy was just trying to cause drama. Just call me after the show. We're cool, Sega. I'm not spamming your show. I was joking around in the chat. Focus on the interview. We will talk later. God damn it.
Yeah, you see, that's disrespectful. If I did something bad, I would say live on the Hangout. Sega, I'm sorry, and I won't do it again.
If I ding Glidnuts, Eric James, I don't know that person. It's okay, we just end the show right here because I don't think anyone's going to be coming on to give us like my own personal opinion, or is there still more that we could like go on afterwards about?
Well, I kind of hope that we could get some of your fans in here, but if no one wants to join, there's still one more thing that I have to say. And
Okay.
when I became #1 Tommy fan, I did a whole bunch of keyword searches. I searched Tommy hat, Tommy vest, Tommy YouTube, Tommy #1 fan.
He used to have I remember him having that big smiley face vest.
Right, yeah. So the point being, oh, you're leaving?
Like that.
I can't hear you. You got to get closer.
He did just a jacket, a button-up shirt, and a tie. Is all I do.
I can barely hear you.
You really? I'm just like 2 feet away from the microphone. The microphone is right here.
Okay, I can hear you when you lean in like that. You got to yell.
Just a jacket, a button-up shirt, and a tie. This is all I'm wearing.
Right. You're wearing pants. Anyway, sit down so you don't have to yell anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so I did a whole bunch of keyword searches, and the most important one was Tommy #1 fan. And when I searched that, I didn't get any results, which means that there wasn't a #1 fan for Tommy. So I recently did all those searches for you, and when I kept getting back the same response for every search, including the #1 fan. And the result that I kept getting back was Di Quinton. Every single time I searched something, I searched for Segacamp live stream, Segacamp, whatever, including Segacamp #1 fan. I kept getting Di Quinton, so that means that he is technically your #1 fan. So I can't actually be your #1 fan because he's already your #1 fan.
There was a time, though, where he was. I'll say this. There was a time where he was always being very supportive. But since I moved out and then I started meeting Fears, and then I started going on Fears Isabel live streams more than and more, the more Quinton started being more like an ass.
Well, doesn't that tell you something though, that your number one fan doesn't like Fears? That means that Fears is bad news.
I feel bad now just saying that though, but it is true though, guys. It was like I was right after I moved out. Everybody was like, I remember though meeting Fears. So just shortly before I moved out, though, it was actually my good buddy Mr. Rasmus who mentioned Fears. So then I decided maybe I could go watch Fears' show and maybe be on his live streams. But then it got to the point though where he invited me more onto his show, and I don't know how this one-on-one interview stuff all started, but I see him up Fears was like going through a lot of stuff as well, and I just don't know how this all started actually. I'm much more of a supporter into Fears now more than ever now because of what happened, what he's been going through, but
what has he been going through?
Crohn's.
Oh, so does that mean that he's gonna die soon, or I don't know what Crohn's is.
If he was here in the chat, he would probably tell you.
Oh,
now Chow is starting to say, this is boring. It's okay, Chow. I'm just about to end it.
Well, he's a bird brain, so it doesn't matter what he thinks. So are you only Fears' friend because you have pity for him because he's sick?
What?
Are you friends with Fears because you pity him because he's sick?
That could be one of the reasons.
Oh, wow. That's a major breakthrough.
Man, Crohn's, LOL, perfect answer. Matt, man, I did send you the link on Facebook.
Okay, so now we got our first Segacamp fan.
As in the hangout.
So,
I can't do this alone, man. I need you here. Back me up on this, man.
It's okay. We have a Segacamp.
You're the man. Back me up on this, man. Okay.
So we got Joey in here. So now Sega, you have to ask Joey. You have to ask Joey whether he thinks that Quinton should remain your number one fan.
He has to.
He has to. Well, the fans have spoken.
He has to, huh?
And Sega, I don't know if you know this, but in the number one fandom, typically the number one fan can't be uncrowned unless someone challenges him and then beats him in a challenge. And I don't think I'm up for that.
If it came down to you and Quinton trying to like decide who the number one fan should be, and if I have to be the host of it all or make someone be the host of it, I wouldn't mind it at all.
Well, that could be fun. We could set that up for some other time.
Some trivia show off. You versus Quinton. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
You could be the number one Segacamp fan.
Maybe. If he's up for that, I'd do it. But for now, I can't proclaim myself to be your number one fan because he's your number one fan.
Of course. Geodudes. Geodudes, since it's in the chat. Geodudes, where's the quiz night?
Tomorrow.
Let me know on Facebook. I'm still up for having some competition one way or another. Do I have to wear the suit? I'll come on with the suit, not the house coat. Are you guys there?
Yeah, I was just thinking about your house coat and how come you don't wear it when you're doing Segatalks?
Because
trying to copy Tommy.
Just like Tommy Talks, I just thought I could wear taking the mic with me while I stand right over here.
Okay, good. I can hear you now.
Just because, and afterwards, though, then I could just come in here with a suit on, kind of like Tommy does with his. come on, guys. Obviously, though, you guys have watched the Tommy NC 2010 show. You see how Tommy's always wearing a suit.
Just a copier.
I'm not a copy, Joey.
Just copy Tommy.
Well, you kind of are copying him, Sega.
Even standing like him right now. You threw your mic down like Tommy does.
We can't hear you when you go there.
I think he's taking a shit.
I'm gonna go into my bedroom now and go strangle myself with my bed.
Can you get the caramel corn? Popcorn?
He's gonna go kiss Brian the Bear goodnight. Yeah, sweet.
I'm kidding, guys. I said I was just gonna go back to my bedroom and go strangle myself with my bed sheets. I'm kidding.
We actually couldn't even hear what you were saying because you were too far away.
All I heard was you're gonna give Brian the Bear a kiss.
No.
Well, who is Brian the Bear for the people who don't know, Sega?
He acts like we're together. We're not together. Not a chance. No.
Yeah, you're with Goofy.
Exactly.
Goofy.
I'm happy with Goofy. I'm happy being with Goofy. Ever since I had that interview with her, everybody hated it. But that's how it all started.
How about Steve the Twink?
Steve the Twink was just trying to be like a troll. Always coming in and then spamming. Oh, well, me and Segacamp are together. Please, me and Segacamp are engaged. Please, message us right now. And then, and every time everybody started saying congrats, Sega, I'm like, seriously?
Are you a Goofy troll then? Because you say you're engaged to her.
That's a good point.
You know, maybe the next time, if he shows up again and starts saying that again, I'll just say to him, yeah, me and Goofy are engaged. Steve the Twink.
What about
Go somewhere else.
What about your most recent man, Frank the Tank?
Frank the... What?
Yeah,
I think you guys are just making stuff up.
Remember he used to come in your Twitch chat. He said he's going to ram your ass all the time.
Oh my. I think by ram my ass, maybe probably just beat the crap out of me. I'm actually having like a bad feeling. I could see him coming in through the door, busting down the door, and then just beating the crap out of me like a video game. Like watching me in a cartoon or a video game or something.
Well, you did tell everyone your address, so he can find you now.
Yeah.
I was smart and I deleted the broadcast after that happened.
Did you get the computer yet that I sent you?
And then I deleted clips for someone who actually did make a clip. And I'm kind of glad I'm a number one Tommy fan. You did not bring that up because I would have just I would have just not said anything and just moved on to the next one.
Right.
Did you get the computer I sent you?
No, Joey, I still did not get a computer yet. And if I did, I would throw it out.
Why? You need a new one.
Because I already have a good working computer, and if I'm going to get a good...
Like 14 years old.
And yes, I better get a new computer soon, because by 2020, this thing is going to finally have the life support plug pulled out, and then right by then, Microsoft is not going to do anything about it for if anyone tries to... gets the files on my computer.
But I just sent you a computer, and you're going to throw it away. It's an Alienware.
Well, Sega's going to get a raise soon because he's being promoted and he can afford his own one.
I figured now it was time I went back to getting an Apple computer again. Because you know what, Tommy Fan?
I don't know if that's a good idea, Sega. Most emulators are for Windows.
Really, huh?
Yep.
Am I forced... Do I have to buy that damn broken Windows 10, no matter how bad it is?
Yep.
God damn it.
You're sucking up.
Uh-oh, where camp?
No, where camp, but I just feel like saying.
Hey, Sega, there's a
All
good
they have
question.
is that shitty Windows 10, and that's not even gonna help.
Sega, here, I'll take your mind off of Windows 10. Here's a good question from Darth Bane. What are the 3 things you like the most about Goofy?
3 things I like about Goofy. Well, I can only come up with 2 for now.
Oh. You like her hair?
That's one, and the second one was her smile. I know that's not a good example, right?
Come on, Sega. There's a pair of things that I can think of right away. Get it?
Sorry, I'm busy sending a message to someone on Facebook.
Are you talking Valerie?
Is it Fears? Tell him to come on and apologize.
No, it's not Fears.
Is it Valerie?
Not Valerie.
The Goofy?
What are the 3
It's
things
true.
you like most about Valerie? I like her big tits and her butthole.
I did like her short curly hair when she got rid of that long straight hair and then finally made it very short and very curly. I fell in love with that. I wanted to be friends with her though because she seemed like a really cool gamer, but I know it got after I had the interview with her. It just started developing into something more, and she was like high when I did the interview with her. Something I was not expecting. Oh my!
What?
She was high when I interviewed her.
What was she on? Shrooms?
That I did not expect.
Was she on mushrooms or PCP?
No. I'm only leaving it as much as that for the time being, I'm afraid, Number1TommyFan.
Was she on acid?
No.
What was it then?
I don't know, and I don't want to go any further.
Okay. Well,
Let's just leave it at that. There's this line, and I don't want to go over that.
Okay. Well, if you did a live in-person interview with her and she wanted you to do drugs, would you do it?
Probably. I do have beers in the fridge.
Well, come on. Beer is nothing compared to PCP, which is what she does.
Beer is the only thing I have, though, I'm afraid. That's
Well,
the only thing.
She would bring it with her.
Bitch high as fuck. Exactly, man. She was.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that interview.
Nothing much exciting about that, though. I only was able to only have her for about an hour, and then right afterwards, that was it.
But you did have her for a whole hour, and you could have done whatever you wanted with her.
She had Space Mannequin on with her, though.
Who's that?
Her so-called boyfriend.
What?
At the time.
Oh, darn. Oh, at the time. So she's single now.
Yep. She's still...
I don't know about that completely. This is kind of why I was leaving her anyway. I don't want to go back with her anyway.
But you were with her.
I was with her before. I'm with Goofy now. Valerie is just a thing of the past.
Right, so you were with her.
Were you ever with her husband? Segacamp?
Her husbands, though, don't have a problem with me. They're the guys that she hangs with, I mean.
She has more than one husband? That's against the law.
No.
Talk about her real husband, Sega.
A we just going to keep continuing this conversation? Because if that's going to be it, I'm just going to end the show right here.
Okay. Well, Sega, we've established that that if you want me to be your #1 fan, then DiQuinton has to. I can't be your #1 fan because DiQuinton is your fan. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So we would have to have some kind of a challenge, and I would have to win. And if I lose, then that actually cements DiQuinton as your #1 fan for all eternity.
I wouldn't be surprised if you came out on top. I had to ban him on my Twitch channel. Him with Vinyl Joe, and I'm very sorry, Joey, you as well.
Well, if we ever do have a challenge, we'll need some judges, and this is how it works. I have to elect the judges because I'm the challenger. So I elect Joey and Vinyl Joe as the judges. So you'll have to unban them if we ever do the challenge, and you'll also have to unban DiQuinton, obviously, because he's the reigning champion.
This is on Twitch, though. I don't have them banned here on YouTube.
Ban me on Twitch.
Yeah, you'll have to unban them across all platforms because that's how the challenge works.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't even know why I'm banned. I didn't do anything wrong.
Right. They might need to contact you on Twitch, Sega. You don't know.
Oh, you didn't do anything wrong. You did do something wrong, Joey. You were the first, and you're the first reason why Fierce took the live stream down.
It was Dragon's fault.
Dragon's fault or not, you were like the first person to start showing nude men on your show.
Dragon sent me a link with a nude guy in it.
Yeah, right. I don't need this right now. Anyway, are we done?
Yeah, we'll just have to have that challenge some other day.
Sorry, guys. I am not going to be having an after show tonight. I am going to be having a shower, and then I'm going straight off to bed. Gotta go see the eye doctor tomorrow, and I'm gonna be going and I have to be there just before noon. So that's gonna be fun. And trust me, guys, I didn't get much sleep at all after yesterday, guys. Like I said, I went to bed 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was up bright and early again, 7 o'clock in the morning, still tired as hell.
Right. When you're at the eye doctor, make sure to give your glass eye a good polish.
I have no glass eye.
Are they putting a cyborg eye in there?
You could pull one of your real eyes out and put a glass one in there.
She has cyborg eyes. You can see like a million feet ahead of you.
You see my eyes moving, right?
No, you have to get a bit closer. Your camera's really low res.
The left one's not moving though.
Do you have a lazy eye, Sega?
Replacement glass eye, Sega. I'm not getting a replacement, guys. Stop. Cyborg eye for the win. Oh, you mean like a red one, like the Terminator? Just have like a red eye in here? If it comes down to that, I would just ask them as well if it was possible to like put some metallic chrome right around the eye, make it look like have some metal skeleton stuff. With, like the flesh got taken off, and I have some metal skeleton underneath.
Oh, so you do have a glass eye.
No, I don't. This is a Segacamp Gamer, guys, and thank you guys for watching Segatalks. Click that button over here to subscribe. Click that button over here to check out the acapella playlist. And as always, guys, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.